Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. And today we'll be finishing up our web application, our Web3 application with email, and we'll be sending test mail. We'll encrypt the mail, we'll decrypt the mail, we'll preview the mail, and we'll have a end-to-end product for secret mails ready. So let's get started. Okay, now let's create the mail view component. We have Let's set up the properties for the mail view component. We need the mail item. We need the account from which the mail has received. The mails will always be encrypted. What we want to decrypt the mail. So we will be set some states for what is the mail value and what is the encrypt, if it is encrypted or decrypted. To decrypt the mail, first let's first create the mail view with the encrypted value. Let's create the container and have some styling to the container. Now we have some styling and shadows and all. We'll have the header pane. Let's add a header. We want this to be preview pane, and let's create a object like props. If item is present, let's add the props first. Props. Okay, now if the prop an item is present, then we'll do one we'll view one operation, else we will show something else. This will be a question mark, and if the prop item is present, we will show it in a container, div container, which is we'll call it preview. Let's add some style. Okay, we'll do the styling later. What we want from, we want body. Inside the body we want the subject, label, strong, label strong, subj, subject, and we will have the subject here, and we will we need another section for the message, and we will give the message after this. Okay. But if item is not present, then it will just show a blank pane. Now we want this to be only we will not be able to show the subject or message if it is not decrypted. So what we will show here in case of props item decrypted, if it is decrypted, then only we will be able to show this. Let's add it here, and if it is encrypted, we'll call the encrypted function, and that is all. We'll just show the props.item.body. Let's see how this looks. Let me click on this, and we have to attach these properties in our app component. We have to specify which item has been selected for now. So for that we have to use a new state called selected mail. Let's create a new state, selected mail, and this will be a mail item. And once from the mail list we call the selected item, and we will call set selected mail as mail item, and now we will call item as a mail item. We'll set item. Oh, this is selected mail item, selected mail. We will also need, we will need account, and this should trigger. Okay, now we can see let's make it body, so it will, let's add it like this anywhere. That way we will not be putting everything in single line, and we will, let's put this thing in the body, not in this one. There's body and sty style, overflow wrap, and I want a margin top in the top of here, should show up in the margin. Let's see if that looks good. Okay, now we have a mail, and we can see the content of the mail, but we don't have any meaning of this mail until unless we decrypt it. So instead of showing the body, what we want to show a button that tells that decrypt the mail. So we'll have a button here instead of insert the encrypted body. So let's put a button. Let's put a contain decryption, and in this container we will have an info to which will say that the content of this message is encrypted, please decrypt this message, and we'll have a button which will decrypt this message. Okay, we have decrypt decrypt. Okay, so we have to create a decrypt function now. Const decrypt equals async, and again, just like the encryption, we will need to have a window Ethereum object, which is window as any, and inside this we are going to do our decryption. We have to create a content object which is a hex format for the entire encryption data, or the encrypted data which we created like this. So we have to get this in a hex buffer hex format. So what we will do, we will first decrypt, we will first parse this value or parse this object, and then we will be creating the encryption or creating the hex content of that. Okay, let content equals this, and what we will do here, so what we need is we want this data to be in hex format. So to do that, we have to use a buffer object that we have in our window, global variable called buffer. So in the window we have a buffer. So to create a buffer, we will have the buffer from mail dot body. Let's put it like this, and in this we have to get this in UTF-8. Once we have this value, we'll just make it to string. and we want this to be in hex format. So that way we will get the entire data in hex instead of a string JSON serialized string. This is the format that we need for this decrypt function to work. So we'll have window as any, and in that we have Ethereum request, and we'll be requesting a function called eth decrypt, and we'll be providing the content here. Let's give the content, and this is the function, this is the content, and this is the account. Once we have the value decrypted, we can set the mail with the decrypted value. So we'll be set mail and mail item, and we'll be setting the decrypted part of the mail. So what we want, the decrypted to be again parsed, and whatever we get in the data, which is data, we also we have to parse that as well. So we are parsing that, and whatever we get it in the decrypted object, and we also setting the decrypted equals true. That way we will be able to see the decrypted version of the message once we click on the decrypt button. Let's save it, and here we already see the message is encrypted. Please decrypt the message to view the message. Let's click on decrypt. This will trigger the decrypt function. That is fine. For some reason it's not triggering this. Okay, let's see if there is an error has occurred. First argument must be string buffer array, and okay, the body is already a string. What we have to do here is this will have an OX at the front, otherwise the code will not be able to identify which format we have the data. So once we have an 0x, which is the symbol of hex format, let's decrypt the message. Okay, there is some other issue. Let's first argument must be mail view tfx14, which is this one. First argument must be, let's put a step debugger here, then let's create. Okay, we have a mail. Okay, mail is undefined. Okay, why the mail is undefined? This should not be undefined. Okay, I think we are not setting the mail. Okay, so we are getting the mail from the props. So what we will do, use effect, and we will set the mail in the beginning of the script. So set mail props dot item. Yeah, this is what we will get. If also let's set up the other functions, like if props dot item dot decrypt. If it is not decrypted, then we want set decrypted to false. Okay, and else set decrypted true. We can use this instead of decrypted option. Okay, I think that is enough. Now let's see if this works now. Okay, the mail is has a body. Okay, this should trigger. Okay, ETHERE. There's a typo here. Ethereum, ETHEREUM. And let's see if there is any other places where we have. Okay, 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 good. So if you can see this, it says that we want to decrypt the message. I would like to read this message to complete your action. And if we decrypt the message, it will come up. And let's set the mail. Yes, we have subject test, we have message test. Okay, this is good. Let's copy the message address, send another message to us. Dmail test2 and dmail ncrypt encrypted message. Send. Let's send this message. Okay, it's sending. It's taking some time. Okay, it is sent, and yes, we can see the second message. Let's add a second thing in. For some reason I'm not able to see the from address, which should have been in the mail view. Okay, so we want to add a from address to make it look for us to know who has sent the address. We can add the from address from here. Props dot item colon dot from. That way we'll be able to see the from. And let's add a label here, just like the one we have here. Let's add a label and value, and we'll have the value placed here. Okay, and this will be from. So we now know from whom we have got the mail and what is the message. So let's see if what happens if we change the address. Let's change to a different address, account 2. Let's connect, and we'll have account 2. Refresh the application. Yes, so because this account is not registered, so we're getting this buttons. Let's provide the public key. Let's register. Yes, let's want to register. Once I have registered, let's see. Yes, so I have registered. I have 0 mails. And let's open up the other account and refresh. I have 2 mails. Let me send a mail to the other account, this one, from this account to this subject test ABC message hello world and hello world. Let me send this message. Just wait. And this message is sent, but as we can see in my mailbox there is only 2 mail. Let's move to a different account and refresh the page. See, we have another mail in this account and the ID of the mail is 2. This is from this. So if you see, this is the address of this account, and we have sent the mail from this account which has D55 and the add FB, and we can see the account as FB. Let's change this to this one and then decrypt this message. Yes, I can decrypt this message. Let me. Message cannot be decrypted on our decryption field. Okay, let me wait. Okay, let me refresh the page and see what is the issue. Okay, so we have a bug in our code, which is whenever we are specifying the properties in the new mail, we are supplying the public key, and this public key is basically the public key of the current user, but we have to get the public key of the user that we want to send the mail to. So instead of public key, we will need the contract. Contract, and this will be contract instead of string, and we will be specifying contract here, and let's make it undefined. So in case the contract is not present, then we will have. Okay, so to encrypt, first we will need to get the public key of the to user. So we'll have contract if contract. So it will be props dot contract, and if it is present, then we will be able to perform this operation, else will not be able to perform the operation. So we're currently not doing any error handling as of now. So once you can do error handling, like throw an error if contract is not present, something like that. But let's complete the happy path, which is if contract is present, what we will do, we will use the contract dot to get key, which is this function get key, which will give you the public key of the user, and this will take the address of the user, which is the to address, which we will be able to get from destination address dot current dot value, and let key equals a await. Okay, this has to be an async function. Okay, now we have the key. We will be using this key to encrypt the data. Okay, in this section we have to use the encrypt on send will return. So we'll use this encrypt here, and is dot then once we have the data, we will call the property on send. RET return, and this will have the data as string. This should return string. Encrypt will return a string. Okay, return. Okay, now once we have this, everything looks straightforward here. Okay, now let's test this again. I will send a message to from this account to this account. Let's copy this address of this account. Let me use this as a tool. Test 1 2 3, test body 1 2 3. Let's send this, confirm. Let's wait for this to complete. See what happened. Okay, so we have sent the message, so it should be available in the next user. Let me refresh it again, and yeah, we have the fourth mail. Let's try to decrypt it now, and we are able to decrypt the message. So this sent from one account to my other account, and the message was encrypted. We are able to decrypt the message. Only this user will be able to decrypt the message because this has the private key. Any other user who doesn't have the private key will not be able to and decrypt this message. So even though we are using a public ledger and a public blockchain, we are still able to transfer encrypted private messages to other users. Okay guys, so there is one thing that was missing here. If you see, I already have some mails that is present, but in my mail list it's showing that this is empty. Yeah, that is because it's loading the last 1000 blocks, like we discussed here. We have set it to get last 1000 blocks, and offset is 0 initially. So what we need to do here is we have to add a button. Load more data, and in this button we'll have an on click function. First we will stop any propagation of the event, and we'll do prevent any default. And then what we will do, we will just update this offset with a new value. So we'll use set offset, and this will have the current offset, and current offset, and we will get this current offset plus step. So whatever the step value is, we will update the offset with the new with more steps. Increment the offset with the step value. And what we will do, we'll also disable the button if not here, will be in this section. So we will also disable the button if there is a loading happening, and the loading will automatically happen when we fetch the data. So if you see, okay, so loading will automatically happen because whenever we are updating the offset, this use effect is getting triggered, and it will automatically set the loading equals true. So this button will automatically get disabled whenever there is a loading happening. So one more thing is in this list we will add style, and we want this to have the full width. Flex grow 1, this will give the full width, and we want not this. Okay, sorry, we don't want this to have this style. It will be the list item, list box, container. And once we have this style added, so it will take the entire space and the loading button will go down. So if we load, so you can see loaded till 2000 block, 3000 block, 4000 block, 5000 block. I starts to see some of the mails. 6000, I get all of the mails. I can go here, decrypt the message and get the message. I can go here, decrypt the message. So I can go here also, decrypt the message. Yes, so once the message is decrypted, until unless you refresh the page, you'll have that in your memory and you don't have to decrypt it again and again. And yeah, this is how you load older mails. And if time has passed a lot, you will have to load it further, or you can increase the step value to get more mails at a time. Thank you guys for watching. We'll keep coming with some interesting application and app ideas to you, and please subscribe and see you guys in the next video.